Join with Monsterboy Roc. Boom.
Hi, my name is Monsterboy Roc, and welcome to the show. Now, I told you a lot about what River and Russell do. They go to the Secret Beauty. And often when they go there, they'll hang out and talk about stuff. But sometimes they'll also go to the park and maybe swing on the swings and slide on the slides and everything. They do a lot of things. But one thing that I didn't tell all of you yet that River and Russell like to do is they like to play video games. All kinds of video games. Console games, handheld games, games over the PC. That is what River and Russell like to do. And of course, this might be inspired by the fact that I myself like video games as well. I'm not really a gamer, but I do appreciate and enjoy video games. And actually here on YouTube, I watch a lot of video game Let's Players and video game commentators and whatnot. So that's probably part of the inspiration of why I decided, hey, River and Russell like video games. So I'm gonna add that to the story, even though it's not really necessary to the story, but it's something that helps kind of develop the characters a little bit more, like their traits of what they like to do. And that is what they like to do, and that is a drawing that I am going to do here on Drawing with Monsterboy Roc today. I am going to be drawing River and Russell playing a video game over the internet. Now, in order to do this drawing, I got out a whopping 18 fine point Sharpies to draw and color this drawing. And of course, I have my ink-seeking prevention paper right here that I am going to place under the piece of paper that I am drawing on, just like this. And of course, I need my black fine point Sharpie to draw the outline of the drawing, so here we go. Okay, let's get started drawing River and Russell playing video games. Let's get started, shall we? So the first thing I drew were two rectangles located at the very top of the page. In the rectangle on the left-hand side, I drew River wearing a headset and holding a controller for a video game console as she's playing a video game while sitting in her room, and she's talking to who is in the second rectangle, which is Russell, who is playing a video game, also wearing a headset and holding his controller, this time, however, in his living room. Now I'm drawing the video game that they're playing, and of course they're playing sort of a game that's in-universe in the Secret Beauty, not a official video game. I drew Russell and River's personas in the game first, and they're holding baseball bats as weapons. And I decided that they could be fighting sort of a boss in this level. They're kind of fighting a boss battle. And for the boss, I decided to just draw a Yeti head. And then I decided to put it on a tank. So they're fighting sort of a Yeti head on a tank. So anyway, I then drew sort of the foreground and the background. I drew some pipes and some stairways and some boxes that you can jump up on your head and, you know, hit them and you get like points. And I also drew their usernames in the game. River is RivMaster500 and Russell is MaxoRuss Extremicus. And then I drew some buildings and some trees. And I also put stuff on the ground for them to pick up to earn points. Now to color the drawing, I started with the Yeti tank, using green and lime green to color the tank, and the Yeti's eyes, and my berry Sharpie to color in his tongue. I also used berry and yellow for the flower on the ground. Next I took my almond Sharpie and colored in the food boxes in the background, which are, of course, things that you can pick up as items to gain more points and health. Then I colored in the stairway in the foreground that the characters can walk up and, you know, get something. And then I colored in part of their baseball bats. Next, I colored in the question mark block, which of course is done sort of in a similar style to the Mario question mark block. But however, instead of using yellow and white, like Mario, instead I decided to be creative and use red and green. Because I guess it involves Christmas for some reason. Anyway, I also used green for the leaves of the trees in the background, and I used brown for the bark of the trees, and for the rest of the bat. I then colored in River and Russell's video game personas with my brown, peach, and turquoise Sharpies. With my red Sharpie, I'm going to color in the one hit subtitle, like this. I then used my orange Sharpie for the sky, my yellow Sharpie for the sun, and my marigold Sharpie for the cloud. Then, I used my green, berry, almond, turquoise, and blue Sharpies to color in the buildings. I then used my lilac and sky blue Sharpies to color in the pipes above the paper and on the right-hand corner of the paper. Again, kind of like in the style of the Super Mario Bros. Games. As you can tell, I'm kind of a fan of Mario. Of course, you were probably already able to tell given the shirts that I've worn in some of my videos, but I digress. Then, I took my lime green Sharpie and colored in the grass, both in the background and in the foreground. And then I took my almond Sharpie and colored in the dirt road. After finishing the dirt road, I then went back to the Yeti and colored the inside of his fur gray. The very last thing I colored were River and Russell with their headsets and their controllers, and the rooms that they are sitting in the rectangles. And there we have it, folks, the finished drawing of River and Russell playing a video game. I hope y'all enjoyed this video today, folks, because I had a lot of fun making it myself. And if you want to see that drawing of River and Russell playing a video game, as well as many other drawings with these characters from my passion project, then all you have to do is go onto Instagram.com/thesecretbeautydrawings or Facebook.com/thesecretbeautydrawing. The links to both of these websites will be in the description down below. And of course, if you want to see some more drawing with Monsterboy Roc videos like this one that you just finished watching in the very near future, then please click the subscribe icon, hit the little bell to be notified for whenever I make a video like this one of when I drew Russell's father doing his job, being a door-to-door salesman. You can also click on this playlist to watch every episode of Drawing with Monsterboy Roc as well. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you all have a very, very nice day. Take care now.